you sum up the emotions of what's just happened out there this afternoon?
Well, very high emotions. You see after final whistle that everyone, a lot of players crying there, and it's of course from happiness. It's unbelievable. I think that we are not aware of everything what we achieved today or this whole season, because unbelievable journey. So many problems. Everything that we achieved this Premier League, it's unbelievable. And I'm very proud on everyone in the club, players especially. They are main actors there, and they did everything. They deserved everything. They prove on the pitch. They can play good, entertaining football. Even sometimes we struggle there as well. But this is one game, and very, very high emotion, and also very happy and proud of everyone in the club.
Benny, obviously, is the goal scoring hero. You signed him, 3 days before the season starts on a free transfer. What a player he's been for you this year.
Yes, we signed him 2 days before finish transfer, but I spoke with him first, so in June. So we've been waiting him 3 months, I think. And I think that we had lucky, because if it's Chris Wilder, coach of Sheffield United, he will never come here because he's his football father. And I'm very happy because Oli is with us. He's everything, truly leader, very big experience, championship, and also I saw in these playoffs that he handled pressure easy, like he's ready for this type of the games, and he feels they're happy, and he scored against Norwich 2 goals. It's like playoffs final for me, and today, which is unbelievable.
He's a character and he's a leader as well, and you've got a lot of them in the dressing room. How important was that today? In a tight game, lots of nerves, so much at stake with the Premier League, senior players.
And very cold today. Very cold, yeah. Yes, we put 6 international players. Pandur Shemiajai, Liam Millar, Oli is there, Mo Bellumi, Egan is there. So we put some experienced guys, Krusi Slater. We try to have a good shape there, because we knew that they will be in possession, because they are the best in the league, I think. And to close these channels, gaps, and experience, it's very, very important. And that you can handle this pressure. Even I was not so satisfied how we played this first half, especially on the ball, because you have to be brave with the ball, especially on the left side, right of Middlesbrough, because Whittaker is always somewhere in the middle and he doesn't hold his position, so there is 2v1 situations. And but we had 2 nice chances, maybe to score the goal, one crossbar, one coily header. And they had possession, but they didn't have, and they didn't create any danger there for us. And the second half, of course, in the half we tried to change this a little bit, our middle zone block, and then wait our chances, because it was very demanding because of weather as well, because it's too hot. But congratulations to the lads, and they put everything what they have today.
Sorry, we're going to finish. I saw you spoke to Phil Brown before the game and had a nice little word on the touchline. Obviously, Phil's won here. Can you give us an idea what he said to you before the game?
I thank him from a message yesterday. We got some messages from ex players and the coaches, and I said I will look like you after 5 years here. And I really appreciate for his message, and also all the lads. I don't know, a lot of former players: Robertson from Liverpool, Maguire from Man United, Bowen from West Ham, and who scored the goal? Vindas, Yeah. Vindas, yes, from Spain. He sent with a message, which I appreciate a lot, and I'm grateful for that, and thank you a lot.
Just going to say, have you spoke to the owner yet, and have you already had a word with talking budgets for next season? Is he going to raise budget so you can have a go at it?
Maybe we will get embargo again. Who knows? So we don't know that. So I'm used to it. I'm ready for everything. Oh, we will see. We have nice budget, and we will see. We going on holiday, but it's for recruitment. It's a lot of big days in front of them, and I think that Hoji already prepared some list there, so player list, but we will see. This is players, a trip for the players. No, I will be with my family in Croatia. We have beautiful coast there, so a lot of British people coming there. So I will be in Croatia, and they go to Vegas. You know what happened in Vegas, stay in Vegas. So this is not for me. Yeah.
What did they want to say to you? We saw you embracing with them up in the stands. What did they say to you?
Thank you very much. No, he's very, very happy, and since our first meeting, we had this click. You know, chemistry is good. He supporting me. He believe in me, and this is very good for my confidence also, and for my staff, because you can do. Easy, of course, you must deliver a result there, but when you have this type of this kind of support, then you can deliver a very good result.
Sergej, just a word on the recruitment team, just to not be able to spend any money. It's a sign the quality of players they did, but also the characters, and they've done a really good job for you this season.
Yes. I don't know. Of course, I don't know all these players. I didn't know them, and then they send profile what is good for my football style, and then we got some players there, and then we choose what is best for our team. Also, it's very important this character mentality, which for me sometimes this is most important than how you play on the pitch. And how is your behavior in the dressing room? How is pressure of competition? How you will react there? Because sometimes players are angry. They want to play all the time, but I'm always looking what is the best for the team, who can help us, and every player is important. For me, it's very important that I can give everyone chance to play, to perform, and then. Depends on you, on your performing, how many games you will get.
And you've shown many times this season that you're a comfortable team when the other team has more of the ball. Did you feel? You mentioned you wanted to have more attacking second half, but did you feel comfortable with the way you defended against them?
Yes, well, I think that we close all gaps there, all channels, because they are very demanding for defense. Maybe if Hackney is healthy, because 2 months without football, I know from my players when we lost a few players 6, 7, 8 weeks. So you need time. And this is big game. I completely understand and Kim and Hackney that he want to be involved there, but. It's very important that we have a tactical discipline there, that we are stick together, and that we will have our opportunities there. Like we had 2 very good chances first half, and also this Mobelumi vertical pass maybe too strong to Liam. So maybe we waited this type of situations, and also it's very important that you have stability and you have balance behind.
Will there be any Croatian friends of you ring to ask about the Premier League for advice and help, or any other friends?
Oh, they know everything about football. My friends, what I need to do. I have a lot of friends who we play together. My colleagues, my friends are head coaches as well in Croatia and around the world. So. Even I have one friend from Slaven Bilic staff, so Danilo Butorovic. So he also spoke about championship a lot. But now I have much more experience about everything here.
Oli McBurnie says when you first spoke to him, the first thing you said to him was, "Can you get me 15 goals this season?" He's got 19, so he must feel like he's repaid that. What is he like as a character in the changing room as part of the squad away from the pitch? Is he a big leader and a big boy?
Now I'm in trouble because he will ask some bonuses 100%. So, but I will put on the Mr. Chairman. But no, he's truly leader. He don't need to be captain, for example. He's the group likes him. He's different. Too much, I can say, experience of this league, and you see opponents has, like I say, fear, not fear, but because they know what he is capable to do. So I said too many times we must create some chances for him, bring ball in the box, and the rest he will solve this. And 19 times scored the goals, assist a lot, and also. His target men, they're struggling a lot with defenders, and sometimes referees didn't whistle a foul for him, which obviously foul. So sometimes he's nervous there, but very big influence on our game, and also he deserves everything. He scored a lot of goals, and I'm happy because he's not on the World Cup because he needs very good rest. If you watch games, what is his job? He scored. I think that he scored more goals than the rest of all the strikers in Scotland. So, but this is responsibility of head coach, national coach. So I respect that. Of course.
Quite pleased that Chris Wilder wasn't manager of Sheffield United.
Yeah.
When you spoke to him, Oli McBurnie.
If he is Chris on the beginning of season, head coach of Sheffield United, McBurnie will play for Sheffield United, 100%. I know that. We spoke 2 times with Chris this season, and always it's very interesting. He's not so less experience. He has very. He knows everything about championship, and he's also sending messages, and I'm thanks to him as well.
So can I ask, we've seen managers in your position before going up, and they have very difficult decisions to make about loyalty to the squad that's got them promoted and then survived in the Premier League. Some managers have continued, like Eddie Howe and Chris Wilder have continued with the squad. Will you be ruthless with this squad, or will you give them their chances?
Well, we will try to add better players what we have right now. So we will see. This is also our job, but I think these main players who bring this Premier League that they can stay, they can help us as well. So just we have to add better players what we have. Of course, I think Sunderland Sunderland recipe is great because they brought dynamic players with the pace, speed, so you can build this type of the team.
And you're confident, and there's 110 million at least is paid to the club for one season, even if you finish not. You're confident that your owner will back you and give you a fighting chance?
I hope, yes. I think yes, because we are on the same page since day one. So I don't see any problems there. So this is great money for the club. So we will try to use this money very wise.
Oh, you're obviously someone who likes to have fun, enjoy yourself. With everything that's gone on with Spygate, do you think that being able to just take a step back and maybe not be totally serious all the time, combined with the players that you've had, was a real help over the past couple of weeks?
About Spygate.
So just being able to just be maybe a bit more relaxed in training and
You know, since this Friday, two weeks ago, when I heard first time after my Millwall first leg, I start to laugh. Because what you can spy there, I don't understand this. I don't understand because I'm here first time in my life. I know everything about championship, about every club, about every manager, about every player, because this is my job. Okay, you can know Hackney will play, okay? But if you call one angry player in your team, he can say to you, hey, Hackney will play. I'm not playing, he will play, you know, he's angry. Because that's happening in football. But to send the guy to do this, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. I start to laugh, and then I see, because in my country it will be, ha ha ha, nothing will happen. But here I see that it's too serious. And then after Millwall second leg, we waited this second leg, Southampton Middlesbrough. Then this Tuesday we had the tactical training for Southampton, and then in the evening changed completely everything. But we prepare our team no matter who is opponent, because this first leg Millwall, we will try everything to prepare good for the final, and no matter who will be our opponent, because who is better? Final, 50-50. If you play against, I don't know, anybody in championship, it will be 50-50 final.
You said about being collateral damage in this situation.
Yeah.
Before the game. So how that's what I'm saying. How important was it that you kept your focus and kept the mood in training really buoyant?
Very important, because we didn't speak about this case at all. We just spoke about what we need to do, our focus, concentration, because we have to use moment, because we are in the final, we're waiting our opponent. Of course, it's a very big noise. You see that. It's. I think this is not finished yet. I think so. We will see. But the most important that we won today. This is most important, because I think it's like you open Pandora box. I see this because you see now Oxford, Wrexham, you know. But they caught him 2 days before, so where is the problem? So you know everything. Maybe they watch my training session as well. But sometimes we are too bad, so this is good for us. Yeah.
One more question about Oli McBurnie. I mean, obviously he was left out of the Scotland World Cup squad. Did you have a word with him this week, you know, to say, look, you've been left out of that, but you know, we need you on Saturday and use it as fuel? I
think that he had a conversation with head coach, national team, and he explained to him how he sees situation, and Oli was okay with that, and that's it.
You didn't sort of speak to him and say, well, just use that, you know.
Yes, of course, yes, use that, but he is already on holiday, so it's good for him to rest good. But we spoke about that, of course.
All good. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.